Hello and welcome viewers. In this episode we're going to generate a railway station or a train station. You can see from the quick walkthrough here that is playing that the main station building has a library, and then we'll walk a little bit further down the platform to see the entrance hall just coming up here on the left with the lanterns hanging out there and the interior windows of the library, and the next section, which is a cafe, so that your Minecraft visitors have somewhere to stop and have a drink and a chat whilst waiting for their Minecraft trains. So this station is built out of sandstone. The platform and the bridge is predominantly made out of stone and iron. We just make our way across to the top of the crossover platform now, looking down over the railway track and the buildings in the distance. And then on the return track, you see another platform with a canopy, again covered with lanterns. So I hope you enjoy the build, and we will start construction shortly. Okay, so let us start the build by putting 47 polished blocks down this line. These polished blocks make the tracks for the railway. And now we will repeat that on the return, making sure we leave a gap of 1 block between the stairs. And this is where we will place the oak planks to form sleepers. So the dark oak slabs, every other block gets a slab, and then we will repeat that either side of the rails to finish the railway track. Taking the bottom left corner of the track as block 1, we want to place stone blocks at 2, 4 and 8 along the track. These will form the pillars for the stairs. Then at position 11, we want to build 14 blocks long by 3 blocks wide, and this forms the lower walkway from the platform to the stairs. Having built that platform, the next thing we want to do is put 21 blocks running along, and in that we will mix some mossy blocks so that the railway has a little bit more of a natural feel. This section is the raised platform. It's going to be 3 blocks high, and then on top of that we will generate the area that holds the canopy and the seats. Having now built the frame for that platform, let's go and fill the platform up. Let's start to build up the bridge supports now. So initially these bridge supports are going to be 5 high. We'll remove that piece of tree that's floating in the sky. And then let's go and make some stone stairs at both ends of this lower platform. Now we're going to increase the height of these two stone block columns. We're going to stop one block below the top of the steps, where we will now switch to using iron blocks to create the supports for the walkway. So put the iron blocks in, the shade is making them look nice and shiny, and we'll just pull those across to the other side of the track that we've made and pause there. We'll finish the iron later in the video. Across to the far end of the platform, we want to build the pillars for the canopy, and to do that we place them at 6, then 5, then 5 again intervals over the stands we originally built to hold the platform. These are 3 blocks high, and on top of those blocks we're going to place an iron support for the platform, which is 2 blocks, and then 3 blocks, and then 2 blocks coming across. And we'll repeat that pattern on top of each of the concrete posts we have just built. Next, we're going to create the iron coming across. So we want this to be 5 blocks across, and then between each of the posts, and then we want it to extend to the end of the raised platform. And we'll repeat that again at the front of the canopy and in the middle of the canopy as well. The next thing we want to do now is fill the gaps with oak planks to create a wooden canopy. Then oak slabs there in order to make the canopy look nice and wooden from the top. So having done that, let's go and fill the canopy roof in before we move on to the details. Let's get the material for the benches and the lanterns for the lights so we can add the detail to this platform. And then finally on this side, we need to put a wooden fence along the lower part of the platform to stop the Minecraft characters from falling onto the railway tracks and off the platform, and more importantly, falling off of the crossover bridge. Safety first. This is the first half of the railway station completed. Let's now repeat and build ourselves another track, making sure we separate that by 2 blocks from the sleepers to give us room to build the track in full. So again, the same length. So in line with the end of this track, we're going to put 3 stone steps going across. There's some space there. And then we'll take the stone blocks and we'll run the stone blocks all the way to the end of the line, stopping so that we can create the support posts for the footbridge. If you remember, the footbridge was at 2, 4 and 11 blocks from the end of the railway track. So we'll build all the way down to that block 11. Now let's fill that at the footbridge end by 9 blocks coming towards the other side of the platform. And now we want to start to build out the base of the main station building. So 3 more stairs coming across. I'll build that up again and another 3 stairs. So let's build that up by 2 more sets of blocks. We'll stop at this point so we can add some stairs in to get onto the footpath, building the outer frame for the main station platform. Once again, we'll put an extra line towards the tracks as we did on the other side. We'll want to build 11 blocks backwards. Clear a little bit more space for the platform there. And then we want to bring that all the way back to the other side of the raised platform. Now I'm going to have to clear some trees to fit to the platform in, which I'll do shortly. So let's go and put the stairs up. For this we want stone stairs, not the polished stairs. And then having built the stairs, we will want to fill in that outline that we've just built. And that would be filled now. So let's go and start building up the supports for the footbridge. And we will repeat the same process we did on the other side to complete the footbridge and iron beams going across. Now we're at the point where we can start to get the materials to build the sandstone main building from. For this, I want to use 3 types of sandstone to give us a building that's more interesting. I'll take the dark red sandstone stair and slab for the roof of the building. So finding the outer corner there, we'll just put down those different blocks so we can see the different types of sandstone we've got. So 2 blocks in, square from the edge, followed by a 2-block gap, followed by another 2-block gap, and we'll build that 3 blocks high. That'll start to make the main station building. Additional block on the top of there. Fill in the base foundations of the first wall of what will become the library. Having completed the outline of the library and the cafeteria, we now want to build the posts that hold the clock on top of the main tower building. So these are 5 high. Then we will go across the top. The main clock face is going to sit 6 blocks high, and we're going to start 1 block in, go 6 blocks up, and then we will build across the top to create the frame for the white clock face. So let's build a structure for the angled roofs. We're going to go across here, missing the first block, then 5 blocks across to the right, then a layer of 3 across the top in the middle and 1 on top of that, and we'll repeat that on each end of each of the buildings. Now let's get the white and black concrete to build the clock face. And now we want to start to fill the top of the angled roofs on the main building. So if you remember, we used the red sandstone stairs and plates for this. Now let's use the smooth sandstone to build the side of the clock tower up. So we're building 4 back all the way up. I'll extend that back a little bit further. Now when it comes to the back of the clock tower, I feel like adding a little bit of detail in here. So what I'm going to do is build across the top of the chiseled sandstone there, and then I'm going to do a line of 2 smooth sandstone, 1 block back, and then I'm going to put a chiseled sandstone block to give you a section in line with the 2 columns we just built earlier on. You'll see that as the build comes through. So this is the 2 backing sandstone columns. We'll fill that gap in with chisel sandstone, and then we'll build that out in front as well as to give the rear of the tower some more detail. Build a roof on the top of the tower, all the way around with the stairs. Now let's go around the outside edge of those roofs to provide a little bit of a roof overhang. That way, if it rains, people don't get so wet when standing next to the building. Finish the main structure off now by adding the glass windows and doors into the bookshop and the cafe. We can fill the ceilings into each of those areas as well, and make sure we have lights in there so you can see when entering those areas. So every station needs somewhere to sit. That's the bench is done, the cafe done, the clock tower done, the lights all done. Last stage now is to finish putting the safety fencing up the footbridge, as we did on the other side. So individual fence posts going up on the steps. We will cover the top with a light wooden covering and then place the fence on either side of that. And there we go. The footbridge is completed. The train station has now been completed. I hope you've enjoyed the build and I look forward to presenting more Minecraft buildings for you soon. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you very much.